one of the big trends at the show this year is ultra high def, and it's clearly on the minds of a lot of broadcasters, television broadcasters. Ultra high def, of course, as we know it today, and it is still evolving, is often called 4K, which means it's 4 times the number of pixels on the same kind of screen, a 16:9 screen, as HD is today. So double the number of pixels across, double the number of lines down. It's you could say it's twice as good a resolution. It's actually 4 times the number of pixels. So that's a good bit more data to try to transmit for broadcasters, or for any kind of recording systems, anything we do with HD video today. So we're thinking that we need to have new standards to be able to carry this. And as I said, ultra high def may be about more than just spatial resolution, pixel count, but also greater bit depth for each one of those pixels for higher quality, greater dynamic range, dark to light, video dynamic range, a wider color gamut, because the color that we can see on TV is a pretty small subset of what we can perceive and what exists in nature. Also, higher frame rate, which would be really exciting for sports and so forth, any kind of high motion video. So these are all a big change on all pieces of the developing ultra high def environment. So broadcasters are concerned about this. What's the next step beyond HD? How do we put that on the air? So we need new standards for that. And some of the things we talk about in this book here are trying to help broadcasters, particularly non-engineers, learn what is going on with ultra high def and the next generation of television. Yeah, that's exciting too. We've just been talking about video. Even more interesting could be, for some of us, the audio part of the next generation TV, whatever it's called. One of the emerging standards that's being worked on right now is called ATSC 3.0. Other parts of the world are working on theirs as well. And although it's unclear yet exactly what will be in the audio, we know that there'll be a number of things likely, and that is a more immersive sound. Today what we have is either stereo, which defines a line between 2 speakers, or 5.1, which defines a flat plane around the listener, viewer. The next gen is one that really defines a 3-dimensional space. The term being used to avoid the use of 3D, because it has these other implications, is immersive sound. So an immersive sound field, and it's amazing from the little listening I've been doing with this, how much more realistic it sounds. It's having additional heights, speakers, as well as the ones that surround you on the flat plane at your level, adds amazing amount of realism to the sound. We never think about sound coming from above us, but in fact a lot does. Bounces up the ceiling, outside in nature, so you really have got to hear this to believe it. So that's one of the things. Of course, that's more channels. Another key component of ultra high def audio is likely to be something called object-based elements, or object-oriented sound. This is coming from sort of like the video gaming industries, where things are rendered only at the end user's runtime. Now that's pretty different for television, but it could do simple things like allow you to turn on or off different elements of the dialogue while leaving all the other elements intact. So you only have to broadcast the music and the effects once, but you can select English, Spanish, home announcer, away announcer for sports, video description, director's commentary like on DVD, any of those elements in combination or individually, and even move their placements if the broadcaster wanted to allow that, as well as other kinds of accessibility elements that could be switched in or out, and it would allow broadcasters to provide a whole lot more services and then allow personalization personalization of the sound by the user and or enhanced accessibility. So that's a pretty exciting bunch of things that could be added on the audio side for ultra high def. We talk about all that in the book as well. Well, this book really fulfills a need, we think, that more and more people have in broadcasting. Engineers are certainly hugely important to the industry, but in many cases there's been some reduction in force around that as things become a little more, well, let's face it, equipment is a lot more rugged than it used to be. So there's not as much need for day-to-day maintenance. So a lot of engineers are moving up into sort of more management roles, and this leaves and at the same time, a lot of IT technologists are being employed by broadcasters, but they don't really understand a lot of the actual, shall we say, even legacy product, let alone just audio and video that is still being broadcast over the air as well as online from stations. So this book is designed for those people, either generalists or managers or IT professionals, students, anybody coming into the field, to get a sense of audio, video, and distribution technologies, both traditional over-the-air transmission as well as streaming onto the into the online world. So covers a lot of ground in a hopefully readable English form that explains a lot of technology. We've been doing this for a while, NAB has, but this is the first one I've been involved in. It's the 4th edition. The last edition came out prior to the DTV transition and the shutdown of analog, so it needed an update. So we're happy to have this 4th edition out now, right up to the minute here in 2014.